Click, we're going live. We're live, hooray. Hello the internet, welcome back to Moon Tai Chi. I hope you're having a wonderful first day of November today. So I thought about what we're going to do, and of course last month we did our tempering metal form because that is in line more with autumn. Now the interesting thing is that we're now more fully into autumn, so I almost wanted to repeat that, but I thought we should probably mix it up a little bit. I have been practicing the tempering metal form in my own practice a bit, sprinkled between some of my other forms and practices that I do. But today we're going to, as our form practice, do Panluqian, which is probably the first form that we did on the channel, or at least the first time when I started live streaming. And that particular form, it comes about the midpoint in the Peking set that I learned. And it really inspired all the other forms that I show on this channel because it is a simple side-to-side movement. So that allows the camera to capture that. So for that, I like to go back, and it also has some real interest to it because it has a quick movement in there, which it's just kind of uncommon in some Tai Chi forms. Certain styles do use quick movements interspersed with the more slow, kind of gradual movements, but that offers particular benefits to the mind to be able to switch gears like that, from quick back to slow. So we're training, in a sense, kind of a parasympathetic nervous system. It's like, where we react, and now we got to slow back down. So you might want to make sure you have some water close by so that you can, well, this is in the frame, so that you can take breaks and take a sip. Just a reminder, make sure you can do these practices. If you need to stop or take a break at any particular point in time, make sure you do that. Honor your body. So, the rules of class are: rule number 1, if it hurts, stop doing it, even if I tell you to. Number 2, if you feel like you're about to lose your balance, stop what you're doing, grab a hold of something, preferably not another person. If you know you're having challenges with your balance, you may want to position yourself close by a sturdy piece of furniture that you can maybe brace yourself on. So that's important. And don't compare yourself to anybody else, especially me, while you're doing these things. What the form looks like for me may be slightly different for what it looks like to you. And this is due to body mechanics, the structure of your body. I'm very short, so I have a low center of gravity. So that affects how I practice. There's people short-waisted, long-waisted, that have longer limbs in proportion to their torso and trunk, and things will look different when they do those movements. So keep all of that in mind and cut yourself a little slack. The forms exist not for just the sake of doing the forms. A lot of the forms were training defensive moves, counter moves, but in other senses, they were also trained to show you just to learn how to move in a more balanced and flow state kind of way. So that is really crucial. All right, so if you have any trouble with the audio, let me know. I have, of course, put on my microphone. It tends to lean forward just a little bit, so I'm always nervous about how that's going to sound. And let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to take one more sip and change the can. And if you get on the stream or you have any questions, say hi in the comments, or just If there's any problems, can't hear me, can't see me right, let me know. I will periodically check that. So, and once again, I have to adjust my camera. This is weird, the way this is leaning lately. All right. Let's begin with our feet shoulder width apart. Have a slight bend in the knees. Gently align the pelvis, the sternum, and the forehead. As you breathe, you want to breathe in through the nose, down into the abdomen. Expand upwards through the chest, and then finally out through the mouth. Now let's bring our hands to chest level. Relax the shoulders, bring them back, drop the elbows. Tuck the tailbone in just slightly and sink your weight down through your feet, down into the ground, and then extend and lengthen the spine. And now we're standing in bear embraces the tree. I'm keeping my eyes on the audio over there. So I know this really picks up the exhalation. I do apologize about that. So we really want to get to a place of comfort. It's okay to move a bit in this pose to find that place where your weight is going to sink down, where you're using the structure of your body and skeletal system to hold yourself up, rather than tensing the muscles so much, but just using alignment. And oddly enough, as we use our alignment, we actually engage certain muscles to stabilize and hold ourselves up that we otherwise might not have. So this can actually be a rather active pose. And now let's bring our hands up above, palms face up, shoulders wide, chest open for holding up the sky. And then look up in between the hands. Keep the tailbone tucked in. Feel where you're tense through the shoulders, through the chest and neck. And then go ahead and relax the hands back down. All right. So we're going to practice some basic weight shifting. This is really important. We review it every single class because it's just that fundamental. So as you exhale, you're going to roll over to one side with Dantian, your center of gravity. You're going to center it over that side on that leg. You'll feel all the weight gather there. And then as you inhale, come back to center, feel the weight equalize between the two legs, and then, inhale, it equalizes, and now exhale, come to the other side. A little absent-minded today. Inhale, come to the center, and exhale to the side. Inhale to the center, and exhale to the side. Inhale to the center, and exhale to the side. So I know this is really basic, but it's really important. We really want to get that rolling of the hips and get used to shifting back and forth. And now as you come back to this other side, you're going to turn from the waist, pivot on the heel, and turn and look towards the wall. Inhale as you come back to the center. Exhale, shift over, turn from the waist, pivot on the heel, and turn and look towards the other wall. And inhale as you come back to the center. So you really just want to make sure you're fully shifted over before you start the turn. And it's really important that you, one of the reasons I keep my hands here is to remind me to turn, have that movement begin and originate from the waist instead of from the foot or any part of the leg, because if you do that, you're going to put sort of a torquing on the joints in your leg, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to torque your knee, you don't want to torque your ankle. So one of the other reasons we practice this is because these two movements are fundamental for all the footwork in Tai Chi. But also people tend to forget them when they're trying to do a form or trying to learn a form. So it's a good reinforcement just to get it into your body's memory. All right, let's come back one more time and come back to center. All right, bring your hands in front, curl your fingers over your thumbs, bend forward, and as you inhale, open the chest. Drive the shoulder blades back. As you exhale, you're going to make a hissing sound as you curl back in. Inhale and open. And exhale. Curl back in. Inhale and open. Exhale. Inhale and open. And exhale. And come up back to center. All right. Take some deep breaths in and out. And bring the arms out to the side. Make an O with your fingers and your thumbs. Let your hands drop down, start to turn from the waist, letting the arms swing freely. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms. Let the turning of the waist generate the movement. And now go ahead and come across the rib cage. And now let's go ahead and come across the chest. Be real careful with the mic here, but you're going to hit some lung points here. Sometimes you'll have to clear your throat. These are also points in the body where we tend to hold some stress. In the chest, we tend to tighten up. So it's good to give these a workout. And now give yourselves a pat on the back. Sorry, I saw the mic line go red. That meant that was really loud when I was hitting the chest there. I do apologize. And now come back across the chest. Come back across the rib cage. And come back down to the hips and the tailbone. And slowly come to a stop. All right. So we're going to bend slightly as we do. Slap the inside of the thighs as you come up. Tap the pelvis. All right. Waking the legs up now, getting some blood flow through there. Whew. One more time. And let's lift one arm, take the other hand, gently tap down from the armpit to the waist. And switch sides. So this series that we're doing right now, you know, the arm swing and the coming across, the hitting here, and then again the tapping down, really helps work the lymphatic system. And it's one of the reasons why after the workout you feel a lot better. So now let's feel for the collarbones, come just below and gently tap. We're hitting the end points here for the kidney meridian. And now come to the center of the sternum. Now come just below the chest and then out to the sides. Let's bring our hands in front, become aware of the tingling in the palms, up the arms, across the shoulders, down the spine, down through the legs. Bring our hands back to Dantian and breathe in. Wonderful. So for our balance movement today, let's practice the crane. So you're going to shift your weight over to one side, bring the hands up, out to the sides, exhale, step down, shift over, inhale and come up. And as you come down, you know, spread the fingers, really get the stretch in the fingers at the same time. Inhale, come up. Stay upright through the spine and exhale, step down, shift over, inhale and come up. What I mean by staying upright through the spine, there's a tendency either to kind of list to one side or kind of try to counterbalance back, which is really bad for your lower back, so don't do that. And it doesn't really train your balance as well. So step down, shift over, inhale and come up. When you stay upright, you have to really recruit a lot of the back stabilizer muscles and then some of the core muscles in front as well. Step down, shift over, inhale and come up. One more time. And come back to center line. Let's take a sip of something before we get started with our Qigong exercises for the day. And again, if you have any questions or comments or just want to say hi, let me know how the sound is. I'm super paranoid about the sound being okay. I know we've got at least one person working out with me today. I can see it on the viewers. So just take a moment and say hi. as you get your sip. What I'm endeavoring to do with a lot of these live streams is to kind of mix them up so that each one's just slightly different. So you have different ways of having a workout. You can also build a workout from some of the instructional videos and creating your own playlist. So there is that as well. So, all right, let's get back to it. I'm gonna bring up, I won't be able to see comments while I'm in this screen mode, but I will check them again in a few moments. Let's get this out of the way. And all right. So today we're going to practice push-pull. I'm endeavoring to practice this a little bit more because it's one that I often don't do myself as much, or with my classes, because I usually do, you know, a chi raiser, then a chi balancer, and move on. This is nice because it is both of those things. It looks complicated, but it's really just a series of simple movements. So we'll begin feet shoulder width apart, slight bend in the knees, aligning the pelvis, the sternum, and the forehead. As you inhale, you're going to pull the left hand to the chest. And exhale, push forward. And I am sort of leading with that left hip just a little bit. But you want to keep a bend in the elbow here. You don't want to completely go, you know, as far as you can. You want to have it a little bit back. Now as you inhale, pull it back. And then as we exhale, we're going to have the right hand behind the left wrist as we exhale and push forward with both. And as we inhale, we're going to pull both back to the chest. And then we're going to turn the waist to the left and then exhale, press both hands out to both sides. Again, keeping a slight bend in the elbows. And as you inhale, pull both hands back in towards the torso. Look beyond the left shoulder and exhale, press out with the left hand. And as you inhale, pull that back in, turn the waist to the front. And exhale, press to the left. Or, yeah, push to the left. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale and push out to both sides. Inhale, bring the hands down and then up the center line. And then exhale, push down. Now the other side. Inhale, pull the right hand to the chest. And exhale, push forward. Inhale, pull the right hand in, left behind the right. And exhale, push both forward. Inhale, pull the hands back in as you turn the waist to the right. And then exhale, push out to both sides. Inhale, pull in. Look beyond the right shoulder and exhale, push out with the right. Inhale, pull in. Turn the waist to the front. And exhale, push right. Inhale, pull in. And exhale, push out to both sides. Inhale, down and then up. And exhale, press down the center line. Now we're going to go through that again a few more times. I just want to point out that you can actually add weights to this, but you want to use if you do that, you want to use very light weights, maybe 1 pound or 2 pounds. And even if you're really strong and bulky, it's really important to use really light weights so you don't strain on the shoulder with this, because you'll be moving in a way that you don't usually move free weights. And there's a lot, as we're moving slow, we're recruiting a lot more of the muscular strength to steady a movement, and it's different hold a weight out here than it is to, be here and doing this. This requires a lot more from all the muscles all throughout here and here to stabilize. So if you do choose to use weights, use the lightest weights. If you don't believe me, grab your heavier weights, but have a second pair of light weights that you can do. And then of course you don't have to use any weights at all. This move is just fine without them. I just want to offer that as some options for you. As you inhale now, let's pull the left hand to the chest. Exhale. Push forward. Inhale, pull that left hand back in, right hand behind the left wrist. Exhale, now push both forward. Inhale, pull in and turn the waist to the left. And exhale, push out to both sides. Inhale, pull both hands back in. Look beyond the left shoulder. Exhale and push out with the left. Inhale, pull in, turn the waist to the front. And exhale, push left. Inhale, pull in. Exhale, push out to both sides. Inhale, down and then up. And exhale, push down the center line. Inhale, pull the right hand to the chest. And exhale, push forward. Inhale, pull in. Left behind the right wrist. And then exhale, push both forward. Inhale, pull in and turn the waist to the right. And exhale, push out to both sides. Inhale, pull in. Look beyond the shoulder and exhale, push out the right. Inhale, pull in and turn. And exhale, push right. Inhale, pull in. And exhale, push out. Inhale the hands down and then up. And exhale, down the center line. All right. Once again to the left. Inhale, pull the left hand to the chest. And exhale, push forward. Inhale, pull in right behind the left. And exhale, push both forward. Inhale, pull in and turn the waist to the left. And exhale, push out to both sides. Inhale, pull in. Look beyond the shoulder and exhale. Push left. Inhale, pull it and turn. And exhale, push left. Inhale, pull in. And exhale, push out to both sides. Inhale, down and then up. And exhale, push down. Inhale, right hand to the chest. And exhale, push forward. Inhale, pull in. Exhale, push both forward. Inhale, pull in and turn the waist. And exhale, push out. Inhale, pull in. Look beyond the shoulder and exhale, push right. Inhale, pull in and turn. And exhale, push right. Inhale, pull in. And exhale, push out. Inhale, down and then up. And exhale, down the center line. All right, let's take another sip. I'll check comments real quick here. See if we have any questions or even just a hello. One of the reasons I always have water close by during, lift this up just a second, sorry. During class or even just my own personal practice is because we exhale out through the mouth so much, we lose a lot of moisture that way. So it's really important that we stay hydrated. All right, let's go back to my streaming software so I can see where we're at. Make sure this is lined up. And, you know, if I always do take, short breaks in between sets and forms to hydrate and, to reassess, to see how my body feels. And when I'm building, a workout for myself, it's sort of saying, okay, I've done this now. What do I feel like the body needs next? Or what would be really good for the overall system today? So I take that into account for my own personal practice, but also for classes. You want to consider the weather, your energy level, where you might be sore, because there are moves that can kind of help work some of that out as well. So all of those things, it's good to take a moment in between each exercise or form and to see what the impact of that form is on your body. So I'm going to quickly demonstrate what this form is, and then we'll just break it down and go through it. There also is an instructional on the form Pan Lucian on the channel, so you can go and reference that later if you need to as well. But this is what Pan Lucian looks like. We have Pan, Lu, everyone's favorite Chi, and then slowing back down to An, the transition move of wiping the brow, holding the ball, Pan, Lu, Chi, and An. And we'll come back to center. All right. So 4 moves and a transition. And I would just like to say people stress about that quick movement Chi and worry about when they don't land it. I don't always land it correctly. That's why I practice. So cut yourself a little bit of slack. But let's start with our basics. We're going to start on our right. So we're going to shift our weight over to our right, come and hold the ball. So I'm just propped up on the tip of my toe here. I don't really have weight on it. It's all over here. So from ball holding, we step to the left heel and we roll forward and we let the left palm drift forward. So we've got like this, imagine someone's punched, we've grabbed the hand and we're just kind of rolling forward and redirecting it away from us as this hand comes up and kind of strikes up under here, or maybe even up there, depending on how far they've come forward. But that's the martial basis of this move. And because of that, we're not going really far forward. We're really kind of 50-50 with the feet here. So let's try that again. Inhale, hold the ball. Exhale, step to the heel and roll forward for pawn. Try to stay loose in the shoulders. Inhale, hold the ball, and exhale, roll forward for pawn. All right, now let's do that on the other side. So now our left leg is weighted, holding the ball on that side, propped on the right toes. As we exhale, we're going to step to the heel and roll forward, letting the right palm drift forward for pawn. Inhale, hold the ball. Exhale, step to the heel and roll forward. Inhale and hold the ball. And exhale, roll forward. All right. So the second movement, Lu, it's from building off of pawn. Exhale, roll forward for pawn. Inhale, the hand turns over and we drop back and we draw back into Lu. As we do, we kind of pull that front foot forward. I should say we pull that front foot back in towards the body. So we're now again propped on the toe. So inhale, hold the ball. Exhale, step forward, roll forward for pawn. Inhale, draw both hands back into Lu, and we sort of drag the toes back a little bit. Again, let's hold the ball. Exhale, roll forward for pawn. Inhale, draw back into Lu. Hold the ball. Exhale, pawn. Inhale, Lu. And now let's do the other side. So be on our left leg now, propped on the right toes. Exhale, pawn, rolling forward. Inhale, draw both hands back into Lu. Let's hold the ball. Exhale, pawn. Inhale, drawing both hands back, dragging the foot back for Lu. Again, hold the ball. Exhale, pawn. Inhale, Lu. So I would like to point out that, we're moving away from the body as we exhale. We're moving back, drawing things back in towards the center of the body as we inhale. So that's very common in this style of Tai Chi, that when we inhale, we're either moving up or in towards the body. When we exhale, we're moving down or away from the trunk of the body. So keep that in mind. That might help you out a little bit. Again, let's be on our right leg, holding the ball. We're going to add chi in. Exhale, rolling for pawn. Moving forward just slightly. Inhale, drawing back into Lu. As we continue to inhale, we circle the arms around that. So right hand, the blade of the right hand is going to come into that little crook between the wrist and the hand. So as we inhale, we're going to step to the heel. The blade of the right hand comes behind the left wrist. And exhale, we're going to come down at an angle and then draw that right leg in together with the strong exhale. So it's this diagonal press down and the subsequent drawing of this right leg that gives this movement its force. So let's do that again. Hold the ball. Roll forward for pawn. As you exhale, inhale, draw back into Lu. Circle the arms, exhale, chi. Again, it's not about perfection, so don't worry about it. Hold the ball. Exhale, roll forward for pond. Inhale, draw back into Lu. Circle the arms, exhale, Chi. So it's this, we're hitting kind of with the rounded part of the wrist here. And what we aim for is we're aiming for the solar plexus, particularly the lower solar plexus with this movement, to kind of knock someone off balance. Now let's do the other side. Be on your left leg, hold the ball on the left. Step to the right heel, exhale, roll forward for pond. Inhale, draw back into Lu. Circle the arms, left hand behind the right wrist. Exhale, Chi. Hold the ball. Exhale, you're going to roll forward for pond. Inhale, draw back into Lu. Circle the arms, exhale, Chi. Hold the ball. Exhale, roll forward for pond. Inhale, draw back into Lu. Circle the arms, exhale, Chi. All right. So the next movement on has both the inhale and an exhale to it. So again, let's start on the right. Hold the ball. Exhale, roll forward for pond. Inhale, draw back into Lu. Circle the arms, exhale, Chi. Inhale, step back and come across. Exhale, turn and press to the left for on. So again, hold the ball. Exhale, roll forward for pond. Inhale, draw back into Lu. Circle the arms, exhale, Chi. Inhale, step back, come across. Exhale, turn and press to the left for on. Let's hold the ball. Exhale, roll forward for pond. Inhale, draw back into Lu. Circle the arms, exhale, Chi. Inhale, step back. Come across, exhale, turn and press to the left for on. All right, let's do that to the other side. Hold the ball, exhale, pond. Inhale, draw back into Lu. Circle the arms, exhale, Chi. Inhale, step back and come across. Exhale, turn and press to the right for on. Hold the ball. Exhale, pond. Inhale, drawing back into Lu. Circling the arms, exhale, Chi. Inhale, step back and come across. Exhale, turn and press to the right for on. Almost went into the next movement there. And let's hold the ball. Pond, Lu, Chi. Inhale and exhale on. Now from here, we're going to inhale and wipe the brow. Come and hold the ball on the right. Exhale, step to the left and roll forward for pond. Inhale. Draw back into Lu. Circle the arms, exhale. Chi. Inhale, step back. Come across, exhale, turn and press to the left for on. Inhale, wipe the brow. Hold the ball. Step to the heel, exhale, roll forward for Pan. Inhale, draw back into Lu. Circle the arms, exhale, Chi. Inhale, step back and come across. Exhale, turn and press to the right for An. Inhale, wipe the brow. Hold the ball. Exhale, Pan. Inhale, Lu. Exhale, Chi. Inhale. And exhale, An. Inhale as you wipe the brow. Hold the ball. Pan. Lu. Chi. And An. Wipe the brow. Hold the ball. Pan. Lu. Chi. And An. Wipe the brow. Hold the ball. Pan. Lu. Chi. And An. Wipe the brow. Hold the ball. Pan. Lu. Chi. And An. Wipe the brow. Hold the ball. Pan. Lu. Chi. And An. Wipe the brow and come back to center. Wonderful. All right. So we're going to finish the standing practice with silk sheets, and then we'll do some seated Qigong work. As you inhale, let the arms rise on the breath. And exhale. Let them slowly sink back down. let's all grab a chair and finish up with a seated Qigong. I'll check to see if we have any comments. Nope, we're good. I assume that means that the audio has been acceptable. When we move into colder months, I tend to change a couple things. One is, if you notice, we slowed down as we moved into that practice. And we want to do that with all your practice, really, as you move into colder months. As mammals, we tend to slow down during winter times, during times of cold and dark, which the modern day has big challenges for, because we're expected to be as productive now as at any other point in time, and sometimes more productive depending on what industry we're in, which is rather against biology. We're supposed to kind of slow down, move inward. But Panlu Qian is interesting because it has that quick move in the middle of it, and then it goes right back to very slow movement. The challenge with that form, as you practice it, one round to the next, is to not, after that quick move, we might speed up just a tad, just a little bit, and over time we start to move faster and faster and faster. So I invite you to accept the challenge of, keeping that movement slow, and then having that one burst of activity, and then, slowing down without stopping, transitioning back into the slow movement. And it's very challenging. So people often think that Qi is the most challenging movement in that form, but I believe it is the one that follows it on, because it has to reestablish that, base of, very steady, slow movement. And that's a lot more difficult to do. It's easier to get excited and to get, stressed out than it is to settle back down into a base level of comfort. So today we're going to practice Breath of the Dragon. And what that does is it brings heat up the core of the body, and it comes up, into clearing the sinuses and the bronchia, which, as we move into colder months, is really useful. So for this particular seated Qigong, you picture a little fire burning at lower dantian. And then as you inhale, you see and fill that abdomen there, you see that as bellows being filled with air. And then as you exhale, you stoke that fire and allow it to rise up the central column of the body. Now, to help retain heat, what we're going to do is place the tip of the tongue up against the roof of the mouth behind the teeth, so that when you exhale, you're still getting the air out, but that tongue is actually helping to retain the heat of the breath. So we're not just, letting that heat out into the air. So again, just like in our standing practice, you want to align the pelvis, the sternum, and the forehead. You can either have your hands on your knees or kind of in your lap comfortably. And go ahead and close your eyes. Picture a little fire burning at dantian. Place the tip of your tongue up against the roof of your mouth behind your teeth. And as you inhale, fill the bellows with air. As you exhale, stoke the fires, fan the flames. Inhale, filling the bellows. Whew, sorry. Exhale. Stoking the fire. Inhale. And exhale, fanning those flames. filling the bellows. And exhale. Fanning the flames. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly allow that image to fade. Release the tip of your tongue from the roof of your mouth. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Bring your left hand palm face up. Inhale, circle it in towards the chest. Down and around. Exhale. Bring it in towards the heart. Thank you so much for joining me today. Or if you're listening to the recording, thank you for following along. So if you find what I'm doing valuable, there are many ways to support. You can, join my Patreon. You can send a PayPal donation. You can simply subscribe to the channel and like the videos or share them. That really does help me and it helps the channel quite a bit. So if you do subscribe, make sure you hit the bell icon so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. And until next time, peace and blessings.